Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Gracious good morning to you good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do and you know why I do it. It is Wednesday. Hump Day. It's March 4th and it's 3:02 in the a.m. I'm going to share a story with you. Hear me out before you get on the keyboard and attack. I shared that both my mother and my father's family are from the South. Virginia and Alabama, respectively. My mother's side, the maternal side of the family, is what I like to call, and this is a term of endearment for me, hillbillies. And I say this because my grandfather loved his bluegrass music, and grew up in this little small area in Virginia where many of the cousins still live to this day. They owned the land, but it was such a big family that the boys and then the sister moved to New York to find fortune. And this side of the family is also what I like to call clannish, not in a negative kind of way. Again, this is a loving term. It's like if you fight one, you have to fight all. And they were giants. I have to say that. They were tall. They were strong. They were country farm boys and one girl. My grandfather was 6'5" and wore a size 13 shoe. So again, that gives you a little brief overview of my family. And they did what most folks did back then. When one person got established, another family member would move in with them, and they would get established, and they would bring family. So it was a chain effect. We're pulling people and helping them get started. And that's how we learn to survive. My grandmother did what was called canning, and I know some people still do it, and that's making preserves. I learned how to do it. My sister, no. Back in the day when I went to school, we had a class called Home Ec, which is home economics, where they taught you things like cooking, sewing, so we learned. And I don't know if young folks, Gen Xers, have ever done this. I know some have, but not too many. Anything from Gen X on, this is a lost art. Shelling peas. Or, we had certain days where we would go to farms and get the bushel baskets of certain things. And then we'd spend the next few days, it's usually a weekend, or, if it was summer vacation, we'd do it a lot. Making preserves. And again, this is the lost art. Sunday dinner was a big thing. Family got together, sat around that table, ate to their heart's content. The adults played cards or whatever, and the kids just ran around acting crazy. See, I grew up with that tradition until my grandparents passed, and they passed at a relatively young age. I'm saying all this to say is I have a sense of socialism and social justice. These things combined with my radical militant ideologies, and I shared with you guys that, you know, I read some Black Panther literature because my mother was taking a Black Lit class, and I read some stories, and that ignited a fire in me, you know. So I'm about that life of taking care of others, and, you know, I'm on for my people. And I've also shared with you guys, when I say I'm on for my people, I fit many groups, and I'm on for my people. That being said, again, I know it's too late to make a long story short, but I had a conversation with someone not too long ago, you know, and I told them, hey, you know, it was one of those, I'm gonna have to call you aside. Hey, come here. Let me, it's not let me holler at you for a few ticks. It's let me whisper something in your ear. Because you are living up to every aspect of a stereotype, and it ain't cool. Now, this person is extremely upset with me. And y'all know me. I don't care. It's time to read and learn. You know, and if I have to be KRS-One up in this piece, I'm going to educate you about your people and how you represent, how you show up, and how you feed into an expectation. And I'm going to use a quote that I had a teacher who would use on a regular basis. It's better to be thought of as a fool than to open your mouth and confirm all suspicion. Now, I believe that quote is attributed to Mark Twain. But I'm also going to throw in a Malcolm X quote that's somewhat similar. A man who stands for nothing will fall for anything. So in order to make a stand, an effective stand, you have to educate yourself to not what people want you to think, but to the truth. And in order to find the truth, you have to be looking, not waiting for somebody to tell you. Yeah, I'm standing on that.